Berlin.
And I'm Chelsea Johns.
And we are student nurses from the University of Portland, and we wanted to share with you some information about nutrition, specifically the donuts that you might be consuming each Sunday after Mass. So as you can see, we have a nice poster display about the nutritional components of a donut.
So our visual display is representing if you ate one donut every Sunday for a year. And we did the math, and that calculated to be 5.4 cups of extra sugar that you would consume in a whole year. That is a lot of extra sugar that your body doesn't need. And we also figured out how much fat that'd be consuming, and that would be 3¼ cups of fat in a year. And this is just Crisco to represent the amount of fat that would be added to your body.
Ew. So granted this is over a year, but that's a lot, right? So we also looked at the various types of donuts you could be eating. And I know that on the tray every Sunday there's apple fritter, there's a cake donut, and now we've just started introducing donut holes. Well, look at the difference between the fat content of an apple fritter versus a donut hole. It's all about making choices. So this might be a better choice for you after Mass on Sunday than an apple fritter. So if you do decide to have a donut after Sunday Mass, that's okay, but we recommend that you incorporate some activity throughout the rest of the day. So 200 calories is the average for a cake donut, but there's 400 calories in an apple fritter, so you've got to work twice as hard. But to burn off 200 calories, you could run for 18 minutes, you could go on a nice stroll through the park for 50 minutes, or you could go on a bike ride for about 38 minutes. So remember, if you had that apple fritter, you've got to run twice as much, walk twice as much, and bike twice as much. Basically, donuts don't have much redeeming nutritional value. We have a nice little graph here that shows the carbohydrate components of a donut, the sugar, and the fat. It doesn't show things like fiber or protein or calcium, things that are really good for your body. So when you're eating a donut, you're just eating it. It's not really doing you any good.
Tasty, tasty.
So it's never too late to try something new, and we just want you to keep nutrition in mind. So if you have a big bear claw or apple fritter in the morning, then maybe have a lighter dinner, or try some fruit or some vegetables to incorporate in your diet the rest of the day.
It's all about making good choices. So you can still have a donut, we're not telling you can't, but you just got to incorporate that choice with the rest of the choices throughout your day. So we want to encourage activity, exercise, and having balanced meals throughout your whole day. So these next two posters we created, actually it was inspired by our discussion for the middle school age, because these are two things that middle schoolers have problems with, or when these problems develop at that age. So such as not getting enough calcium and not eating breakfast. So we wanted to reiterate to everyone that it's important to get calcium and eat your breakfast, but specifically if you have young children, these are really important things to remember. So when kids get to that middle school, high school age, that's when they become more independent with their eating. They may choose not to have milk or good milk products. So, but that's a dangerous thing to do because that's the age when kids are still growing and their bones are growing, and that's when they have their most growth, so that's when you need to support that growth with good calcium intake. So some ways that are easy for kids to get their calcium are maybe just have a pack of yogurt that you can throw in your bag and then you can eat throughout the day. Or in breakfast, make sure you're having cereal, and then you can put good low-fat skim milk on your cereal. Calcium is really important in weight loss. They've done studies that show that calcium helps burn fat faster in your adipose cells than without calcium. So if you're looking at weight loss things, then that's a good thing to add into your diet as well. You can get calcium in dairy products, but for some people they have a dairy allergy. You can't do that. So other ways to get calcium are eating green leafy vegetables, so spinach, kale, those kinds of things. But you can also get calcium in fortified things such as orange juice or fortified other juices and grain products. And then, tofu often has calcium fortified in it, and then, yeah, like I said, cereal is fortified with calcium. So, starting off your day with a good glass of milk and cereal leads us into our next discussion of why it's important to eat breakfast.
So many people don't eat breakfast, and they don't realize the damage they're doing to their bodies. They're not giving their brains enough glucose and energy to think throughout the day, and it's been proven actually that people who consume breakfast actually have lower body weights than those who do not. And so the importance of breakfast is huge. You do need to focus on a healthy breakfast, not just a donut or something high in sugar and fat. You want to go with maybe a banana, something that's easy to do. You can throw it in your bag on your way out the door. Yogurt is a great way to get your calcium in your morning breakfast, as well as whole grains. You want to look for 100% whole grain bread, and it is hard to find vegetables to eat in your breakfast, so if you don't like vegetables early in the morning, just maybe go for lots of fruit if possible.
So we're glad you came to the website today to look at our nutritional display, because it's important that you're educated about nutrition and know what's in your food that you're eating. And once you have that education, you can make smart choices throughout your day and throughout your life that will make sure you're promoting wellness and healthy living.